Hey, it's Wendy. I'm holistic nutritional consultant, and I help women who are struggling and overwhelmed with the funk in their fridge. Let's just face it. We all have funk in our fridge. But if you take it that step further, a lot of us have this same funk in our bodies and our lives in general. And it's hard to get past. It's really hard to get past sometimes. So I really help try to bring back that vision, that that true essence of who we are as women, and try to leave all that funk behind, no matter whether it's in the fridge or in our bodies or in our lives, and try to get past it. So that's basically what I do. But beyond that, I mean, I could get all clinical and talk about stuff like calcium and lactose intolerance and gut health and all these different things, which, I mean, if that's something that a client of mine needs, I can definitely go there. But a lot of times, more times than not, it is about that essence. It's about that finding our truth, our love for ourselves, and being able to release the stuff that no longer is, good for us. A lot of my clients are of a certain age, I have to admit. I mean, my clients are kind of my age. They're in our 50s, and we do have, very specific things that we do have to look um, after a certain point in our lives because, growing up in the 70s and the 80s, we probably weren't the kindest to our bodies, even just going through the whole neglect of incorporating healthy fats into our lives. But I mean, I think it's just human nature, and it's not something that we should dwell on or chastise ourselves about, because I mean, hey, we were only doing as good as we could with the knowledge that we had at the time. And forgiving ourselves for not taking care of ourselves when we were younger is part of the battle. And it is a battle because we tend to really become quite negative, with our and harsh on ourselves because, well, why didn't I know better? Why, if I did better back then, I wouldn't be where I am now. We got to let that go. I mean, like I said, so I mean, a lot of women at this age, it is recommended that we take in a certain amount of calcium because of, bone loss and different things that we don't want to have happen as we age. I have a girlfriend who is an amazing yogi. I mean, incredible yogi. She has her own business. She does, through this COVID crisis, chaos, whatever, she's done shifted and pivoted her business from helping seniors and people that are not your typical yogi, pivot as well and do yoga. And she does chair yoga and therapeutic yoga and all these different kinds of things. Meditation, big part of her practice. Something that I really relate to a lot, and I couldn't be prouder to call her my friend because she does all these different things for seniors. The woman herself is pushing 60. Did not realize this. This woman is gorgeous and beautiful on the inside, and the perfect yogi body that we all see and kind of aspire to. But she's such a kind soul. Now, the whole point of my little story is the fact that she's pushing 60. And again, I did not realize this. And the other day when I was talking to her, she told me she was diagnosed with osteoporosis. And I'm like, I mean, she is athletic. really athletic. And I'm sure she must do, I don't know how many practices in a week of yoga beyond even just teaching. She has her own personal practice, which I know many yogis don't have, yoga teachers don't have. They end up just, teaching and not having their own personal practice, which is it's part of the world. But yeah, so she told me she was diagnosed with osteoporosis, and it kind of blew me away because, like I said, I didn't realize she was 60 or almost 60. And, the way that she conducts her life, and she's a vegetarian, and I didn't ask her if she drank milk, though. That's the thing. But I mean, being a little bit older, she obviously came through the 70s a little bit, faster than I went through. I was just a child in the 70s, and she was more grown up when the 80s came, when I was a teenager. So, obviously, perhaps a certain type of lifestyle may have affected the fact that now she has osteoporosis, or loaded the gun a little bit more if this was something that is a genetic disposition of hers. So I asked her, what is she doing? Well, she's taking this supplement and doing that, and working with it the best that she can, because with the knowledge, obviously, we have more power. And so when I have clients come to me with very specific questions about their health, I have the ability to say, yes, you should be taking a calcium supplement, or no, you should be doing this instead, or yes, you should be doing that. As a nutritional consultant, I have that ability and that knowledge, and with a extensive nursing background, I know what I'm talking about. But there's, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond the physical. It goes deeper into, well, how's your stress? The same yogi friend of mine is obviously a yogi for a reason, because she has an incredibly powerful personality that, not saying that it overpowers me, but I can see her glowing. Her energy glows far beyond her. She's a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. Not in a bad way, but in a very, her energy is high. I have to say that, that's for sure. Which, is different from mine, and that's okay. We complement each other. And so it goes beyond just taking the proper supplements. It goes beyond working out and doing your sun salutations, or going for hikes or swimming every day, or whatever it is that you get your joyful movement through. It's more than just, and like I said, she's a vegetarian. She's more than just having kale. Kale's very high in calcium. There's another aspect of things, and that's a lot of what is unfortunately missing in a lot of programs, in a lot of programs, basically, that is that essence of who you are. And disease will progress in our bodies. Either way, disease is, for some people, inevitable. We have that loaded gun. And it's about us expressing that disease process in our bodies. Yes, my friend has osteoporosis. She is of a certain age. She has to be very vigilant about her body. She's not crawling up into a corner and accepting it. she's probably eating more kale salad, taking better supplements, sleeping more, trying to decrease her her very powerful energy, with more meditation, with more work on herself, incorporating a lot of what do they call it? A certain type of exercise that is very good for strengthening bone mass. That's off the top of my head. I can't think of it right now. And, really doing everything that she can to make sure that that disease that she has doesn't progress to a wheelchair in 5 years. She's not giving up. And that's that spirit, that little bit of why, that understanding that we have the power to harness and slow and maintain, and then oftentimes, a lot of times, to reverse. We have that power. And with that understanding gives you freedom. It allows you to have a choice. And I'm all about choices, because status quo sometimes is very bleak. We don't have to follow the status quo. Maybe I'm a bit of a rebel. I don't know. Are you? Do you follow the status quo? Do you accept everything that you're told and just sit in it? Have you been told your whole life that you're a certain way and just accept it? Do you take society's viewpoint of perhaps your weight, your height, your hair color, your eye color, your skin color, and accept that? Yeah, it's no. Why? No, I'm not going to accept the fact that I am overweight, determine my worth, determine my path. I'm extremely hormonal. There's reasons for it. I understand what those reasons are, and I'm not giving in and just crawling under the blanket covers and accepting that, because I grew up in the 80s and I'm tough. No. But the thing is, you don't have to accept it, because we have choices. You have people that you can reach out to, like myself. There are places that you can access all over the place. You don't have to shrink because of a diagnosis. There's options. There's different ways of looking at things. And if you want to reach out and discuss that a little bit more with me, I'm here. Take care.